My coverage of Computex 2017 is brought to you by Be Quiet, CableMod, Vertigear, and EVGA. Go ahead and check out the links below for more info. So we're at the Bitfenix booth now, checking out their Enso full ATX chassis. Actually, it supports eATX too. It's a fairly slim case. I don't have a banana for scale like I usually do, but it's a very nice looking case. You can see there's no shortage of RGB LEDs on this guy. Actually, the ones on the front panel are completely built in. There's a controller that you can change up to a few different colors, several different colors, or you can do the very nice rainbow effect. I will say the RGB implementation on the front here is pretty on point. You don't see any visible hotspots. It's very seamless with the transitioning, and these are addressable LEDs, which seems to be the latest craze these days in the case market. So for example, you've got addressable RGB LED strips on the inside of the case. They've also got some fans in here. These are their RGB fans, very familiar. I think they're using the same frames as their very popular fans in the past, 120s and 140s. However, they now have been given RGB life. By the way, the fans and the strips are sold separately from this case. The only RGB element that you have in this chassis that comes included is at the front panel. Fortunately, that looks absolutely beautiful once again. A bit more about the case is that we've got two 120 fan mounts at the top with a removable dust filter. It is magnetic, comes on and off very easily. No radiator support at the top. However, you do get rad support for a 240 millimeter AIO or radiator at the front, which is nice to see indeed. You've also got just plenty of room for cable management, or actually pretty decent cable management, because you've got a nice power supply shroud here, which looks very clean. It's just completely simple. There's no SSD tray at the front. There's no opening window to kind of let your power supply bleed in a bit. It's just completely masked off, which I really like. Now let's actually pop that right side panel off, see what they're packing on the business end. Go wifey sauce. Go wifey sauce, go wifey sauce. It's your birthday. Use the thumb screws. While she's getting the side panel off, I'm gonna drink some beer. Yes, if you go to the Bitfenix booth at Computex 2017, they will give you free beer. Brought to you by Noble Chairs, apparently. Thanks, wifey.
I didn't do it, you did.
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
I'm too weak.
Thanks for taking that side.
Too weak.
So here's a look at the business end. Thank you very much, wifey, for taking that off. And you got a very large CPU cooler cutout, which is super nice. If you need to swap out your CPU cooler, you don't have to remove your entire motherboard. Actually, way more tight on points than I would have expected for a case of this caliber. I'm going to get to the MSRP on this bad boy in just a bit. It will shock you, I guarantee. Nice little power supply mount here, of course, underneath the basement. Plenty of room for cable management. It looks like you can fit a couple 3.5-inch drives in there as well. One SSD behind the motherboard directly, and two more behind where you would mount your front radiator. Plenty of cable routing grommets, which is always nice to see. And it looks like we've got a controller here of some sort. This must be for the RGB functionality. Very sweet. The MSRP for this bad boy is only $79 US, which is absolutely competitive and aggressive in every way. It just looks absolutely fantastic. Did I mention tempered glass side panel? I completely overlooked that at first, but you really are getting an impressive package for not too much money here, which you can actually probably get your hands on sometime in Q3 or Q4 of 2017. So be on the lookout for the Enso. It's not called the Enso Showcase. I asked them about that. I was like, is it really called the Enso Showcase? And they're like, no, that was a marketing error. It's literally just the Enso. So good job, Bitfenix marketing.